Hello everybody, my name is Justin, Manio, Thrall for Life, whatever alias you want to associate me by. Now, I decided that I would expand a little more about what I was talking about on the E3 2013 podcast that I recorded earlier today. It is now 12:12 a.m., so that's 12 after midnight, and I decided to expand it a little more. Apologies if I come off rambly. There's a lot of ums and ahs and pauses, mainly because I'm tired, haven't been getting much sleep lately, stressed out, working on getting my own place, moving to a new city, and, getting a job, because it's not easy right now getting a job, trying to move to a new city to be with my girlfriend more often, and it's been a little stressful for me. But enough of that. I decided to expand on something I talked about in the podcast, and that was Remember Me. If you guys remember, if you've listened to the episode, if you haven't, I will put an annotation in the video, somewhere in one of the corners or somewhere. You can click it and watch that. It's 2.5 hours long, so if you have 2.5 hours to kill, you can listen to that. It's not a video podcast; it's an audio podcast. So you just listen to it while doing something, cleaning, walking, driving, working. Perfect for that. Not during sex or in the shower. That might be weird, because it's all men. Listen to men talking in the shower could be weird. If you're a male, if you're into that. But I'm just gonna move away from that. So you may remember, if you listen to the episode, Sean, or a Linko64, he was talking about how initially he liked the concept of Watch Dogs, and then he saw that in Watch Dogs, sorry, I hit the mic. And then in Watch Dogs, you have the guy killed everybody. He killed so many people, and that turned Sean off of the game. Mainly because when they were first showing off Watch Dogs, it looked like you didn't have to kill anybody. But then from some videos he saw, it looks like you have to kill people. You have to, and that's what turned Sean off of it. From what he saw, at least. We can't judge Watch Dogs yet because it's not out yet. But from what he's seen, it looks like you do have to kill people. And that, it bugged him. It turned him off. Because he was thinking that Watch Dogs could be played of you just using stealth, getting past, using your cell phone to interact with technology, disrupt things, without having to actually execute and kill people. And that was his complaint about it now. It could just be a certain part you have to kill somebody. Maybe, the entire game you don't actually have to kill everybody. You can spare people, but from what we did see, you are killing quite a few people. Now, I also brought up the point that that's what I thought about Remember Me as well. And with Remember Me, when I first, heard about it, I was really actually, I barely didn't know anything about it. And I wanted to get interested into it. And, I reached out to Capcom, and they sent me a review copy of the game. And, I thought it would be, the game advertises, and it really plays on a lot of memories. And, the memories of the characters, and you're hunting down your memories, trying to get your memories back, essentially. Hence, Remember Me. And, I figured the game was all about this stealth, and the only way you dispatch people is you actually alter their memories, which is a really, really cool aspect of the game. And what they showed from the videos I saw of Remember Me, I didn't want to get too much into it, overhype myself, get disappointed, and then, just invest myself too much into this stuff before the game actually comes out, where it's just, it's not a good thing to do. Overhype yourself. Never do it. I hate doing it. Overhyping ruined Dead Island for me. It ruined a lot of games. So I didn't want to do that with Remember Me. And, I figured Remember Me there was no combat, you're just being stealthy and altering the memories of your enemies. And I thought this way, you essentially get to kill your enemies, but you don't get your hands dirty. You make them kill themselves, which was a unique and awesome idea, and I figured, Remember Me, this is what I thought it was. And I thought it was going to be a great game. I thought this concept was going to really work down on paper. And
that noise.
When I got into the game, I realized there was combat, and I didn't know there was combat in Remember Me. I was trying to keep myself distant from it, and only in my head thinking, okay, there's memory, you're dealing with memories, you're altering memories to kill people, because, that's what I saw. The developers, or whoever was showcasing the game, was showing Nilin, the playable character, kill people by altering their memories. And it was really cool. It was really, really cool. And, you know, I got the game, I played it, and I realized there was combat, and it, you know, it turned me off a little bit. And the fact that you are killing people, you're killing these guards, you're killing these mutated people called Leapers, and, you know, I don't know why, but it actually turned me off of the game a little bit. I think Remember Me would be a better game if it had these... if it actually went the way I thought it was going to be. Now, you know, it could be ignorance on my part for not watching anything about it, for like being distant about it, and only watching a few select videos that didn't have any combat in them. So, you know, it could be, you know, it could be my ignorance that is the issue here. But I think it comes down to the fact that I think Remember Me would be an even better game. It would just be so much better if it had no combat whatsoever. If you had to be stealthy and like go into the mind of somebody and then alter their memory, and so the fact that they actually kill themselves, or you like take control of their like mind and kill them that way. And I figured this would be the game. I thought that's what Remember Me was going to be. And now that I think about it, the combat really takes away from it. And not just because the combat is awkward and weird, because it is. It's really awkward controls, and I just don't like it. I feel like if we had this thing I'm thinking of in my head, you know, that I thought Remember Me was going to be, I thought, who wouldn't want to play that? Who wouldn't want to play a game where you're actually altering the mind of people and killing them that way? Now, let's be honest, it does happen a few times in Remember Me, so it's actually there in the game. But I mean, build an entire game around it. Don't add combat. Make it so the stealth and these memories play a bigger aspect to the core game, instead of the combat, which is combos and punches and kickings. It's a beat 'em up. And that seems to take center stage most of the time in Remember Me. And, you know, okay, the combat, and it just feels too forced, because you can't skip combat sequences, and that bums me out. You know, if there's the option of me able to, you know, I don't have to fight these guys, I can just, you know, sneak past them or get past them. That would be awesome. Now, keep in mind, I haven't finished Remember Me. I am, you know, halfway, but this is just from what I've seen so far, and I doubt this formula is going to change about halfway in. But, you know, this is just what I'm thinking, and this is why I'm so disappointed with Remember Me, and why I can agree and, you know, relate to why Sean was so upset and, you know, Spider, a little disappointed with what we're seeing of Watch Dogs right now. And I'll be honest, I think we've seen a little too much of Watch Dogs right now, and I think we should just, you know, keep it back, keep it away until the game releases, or until we're closer to release, because I don't want to. I feel like it's oversaturating people now. You know, I could be talking out of my ass about this, but, you know, I feel like we've seen Watch Dogs a little too much. But, you know, this video's about Remember Me, so we'll talk about it. I feel like Remember Me would have been a better game if it stuck to the memory aspect and just didn't have any combat, or at least thought about the combat a little bit better, because the combat is by far the worst parts of the game. The exploring, the memory stuff is really cool, but when it gets to a combat sequence, I get frustrated and I don't want to play it. Could also be the fact I am playing on PC, so the controls are even a little, are just a little bit more awkward, to say the least, and the combat is your left and right mouse buttons. I feel like the game is more suited for a controller in your hands, a gamepad, and it doesn't actually suit a keyboard and mouse, but that's my opinion. You know, people have them, that's mine. But I would like to know what other people think of Remember Me. You know, I'm not too big on the game. It's okay, but it's not great, but it's not terrible, it's just okay. You know, it's not an amazing game, but it's also not a horrible game that you shouldn't touch. But it's definitely not a full price game you should buy. You know, $29.99, $30, it'd be a great purchase. You know, it could even make a great rental, but as a full price $59, $60 game, I just don't see it with Remember Me. I don't see the money's worth. There doesn't seem to be any replay value to it, and there's so much wrong with it. But, you know, it's fun. It has its fun moments. I can't stress it enough that I don't really enjoy that you have to fight people. I feel like the game suits more of a pacifist approach, but you can't do that. I feel like if Remember Me had the ability for you to not fight people, you can sneak past them, stun them, and then get away, and then not have to worry about fighting them, I feel like that would be a better game. And instead of having the boss fights, which I've encountered, you could limit the boss fights to the memory altering things and actually put more challenge into the memories that you're altering, because they don't seem challenging enough. It's pretty obvious. You just gotta like rewind the memory, fast forward the memory, wait till you see something stutter, pause the memory, and then alter it. So there's no challenge really to these memories. It's just I spy, and you have unlimited time to figure them out. There is no time limit. If there was at least a time limit for you to do this memory, I think, you know, it would be more rewarding, and it would also be more like as a challenge, and you know, you'd feel better about yourself if you finish the memory in a time limit. But from what we have, it's just a trial and error thing, and there is no real risk to not finishing it, and that is another concern I have with Remember Me. But all in all, it's an interesting game. The universe is really, really interesting. Even though the dialogue and the character and the voice acting and the characters aren't interesting, the world is interesting. Neo Paris as a world is interesting, and I can't stress that enough. But hey, you know, I'd love to hear other people's opinions on it. It's a good game. You know, in some aspects, it's good, it's fun. But, you know, there's some flaws I can't look past, and like I said, I feel it would be better as a pacifist game where there's no combat involved whatsoever, and you're just dealing with the, you know, memories. That would have been a good game. That would have been the Remember Me that I wanted, that I want to play. But that's it. That's my thoughts on Remember Me. I repeated myself a couple times there because I've never really done a serious video like this. Most of my videos have me making rude comments and trying to be funny. And this, I wanted to go for a serious approach. I wanted to talk about a game. I wanted to show how passionate I am about video games. And that is why I am doing this video of Remember Me. Hope you guys can enjoy it. We're sitting around 12, almost 13 minutes of me rambling about Remember Me. So I will stop that here. But please, 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 let me know your opinions on Remember Me. If you've played it, do you like it? Do you agree with me? Do you think it would be a better game without combat if it had this pacifist / memory altering approach, more broad, more like adapted, more of the center focus of the game, the more of the, you know, the main aspect of the game. If that was the combat aspect of the game, you altering the minds of people, making them kill themselves, jump off ledges, shoot themselves. If that was the core aspect of Remember Me, if there was no punching, no kicking, no combos, that was the combat, would it be a better game? Or would it be a worse game? You guys decide. Let me know. I want to know what you guys think. I want to have discussions about this. I don't know anybody else. None of my friends are playing the game at the same time as me, so I can't really talk to people about it. So that's why I'm asking the community. That's why I'm uploading this video. I want to know what people think. This is essentially a review of Remember Me, but it's also an overview. It's me talking about it, my opinion, letting it come out. I'll try to do these videos once a week, an opinion piece about a game I'm playing, let you guys know, and, you know, we'll go from there. You know, maybe I'll do an opinion piece on game culture and other things that are in the center focus of gaming right now. And Remember Me is essentially a new release, so I decided to talk about it. Either way, thank you for watching the video. Please remember, like, comment, and subscribe. It actually really helps a lot. And thank you guys for helping me break 600 subscribers. It's awesome. I'm glad I have people like you watching my videos. You all are awesome. But yes, Remember Me. What do you guys think? Thanks for watching.